Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from ProtoArc. This is the ProtoArc HubMouse. Now what this is a two-in-one device. It's a mouse that you can hook up via 2.4 gigahertz wireless, and it also will allow you to hook up to two other devices via Bluetooth 5.0. And it also has a removable hub embedded in it that is a USB Type-C hub that will allow you to connect full-size USB Type-A peripherals and pass-through charging and a full HDMI port at 4K at 30 Hertz. So we're going to take a look at this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you get the HubMouse unboxed, this is what you are going to get. Obviously, you're going to get the mouse itself, and the hub is embedded inside this mouse and can be removed. I'll show you that in just a few moments. You also get a charge cable for this, which is a USB to USB Type-C charge cable for recharging the mouse. The mouse has a built-in 300 milliamp rechargeable battery that will give you 2 months of usage between recharges and a standby time of up to 6 months. So you do get quite a lot of battery life out of this mouse. You can plug this USB into any laptops USB or PC's USB, or you can use a power bank or even an AC to USB adapter to recharge the mouse itself. Now they do give you a HubMouse user manual. Of course, it is written in English. It's well laid out. It's not micro print, so you're not going to need a magnifying glass to read it, and it does go over all the button functions here and the hub functions. You can see on the hub, we've got a few different things there. How to hook this up to your 2.4 gig connection or your Bluetooth connection. Now the 2.4 gig connection is built in to the hub itself. Taking a look at the mouse, it's a nice, slim, compact mouse. This is perfect for travel. You can see we've got a dedicated on and off switch and 3 different modes here. Mode 1 will be for 2.4 gigahertz. Mode 2 and 3 are for Bluetooth 1 and Bluetooth 2, so you can have up to 3 devices hooked up to this at the same time. So that's really great. I do like the feel of the mouse. It feels premium in my hand. It's lightweight. It only weighs 50 grams or 1.76 ounces. You do have a DPI button here that will push you through 1,000, 1,600, and 2,400 DPI. And the scroll wheel feels very, very nice and precise. It's kind of a little tight, which I like in a scroll wheel to be able to get those individual click positions. Now on the back, this is where the hub is located, and we can remove this hub, and you'll see that we have a full-fledged USB Type-C hub, which is a great thing to have for adding extra ports. You get an HDMI full-size port here for up to a 4K at 30 Hertz, a full-size USB 3.0 port, and you do get a USB Type-C input. And what this is will allow you to charge the device up to 60 watts, your host device, whatever you have it plugged into. So you won't be using up battery power, especially on devices like tablets or laptops where you usually have limited ports. So let's take a listen at the buttons, and you can hear the button profile on this as well. So as you can hear there, it's super quiet operation. So if you're going to be using this in an office environment or close quarters with someone else, you're not really going to be disturbing them with a lot of mouse clicking. So here I've got my Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. It only has one single charge port on it, which is USB Type-C. I do have a cover that has a keyboard on it, but it does have a trackpad, and that's okay for general use, but sometimes you want something more precise like a mouse, so this would be the perfect application for this. Now, making sure that I'm in position 1 here, which means that the 2.4 gigahertz connection will go to the hub for the HubMouse. I will be able to plug this in, and I should automatically have a mouse set up on my Android tablet. So there you go. Now I can easily and much more efficiently use a mouse on my device. And I can select things, right click, left click, more like your traditional standard setup would be, especially with something like this where I could use Samsung DeX, and this works out really, really well. Now, using the DPI button, of course, I can go from 1000 to 1600 to 2400. If I do need to change my DPI, I can do that as well. So that is great. So having the hub in here and having something like a USB device hooked up to it, as you can see now I have a USB stick in here. So if I go to my files, I'll be able to go to USB storage 1, and I've got some music files on here, and I can either offload music or other files to the USB drive, or I can just run them straight from the USB drive itself. So this gives me that full USB 3.0 drive slot there for me to hook up that or other USB peripherals as well. So if I wanted to hook up an external keyboard, I could do that. If I wanted to hook up something else that runs on USB, I can do that as well. So that gives me that extra full-size USB port for me to use this. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, that's great that you have this hooked up, but what happens to your device if you need to charge it? Well, we can take our charger and we can use that USB Type-C port on the HubMouse at the top, and it will charge up to 60 watts. So let's plug it on in and make sure that it does charge. And you can see immediately I'm getting my charging going here. So now my host device is being charged through the hub at up to 60 watts. So if you were to have this on a laptop or something that takes more than 45 watts, because the tablet itself that I'm using now only supports up to 45 watts, but I'm actually charging it through the hub, so I'm not losing any charge on my host device as well. So you've got all of these features, including a full HDMI output for up to 4K at 30 hertz. So if I want to take this screen and put it on a bigger screen, I can do that as well. Since this supports 2.4 gigahertz directly connected to the hub and also Bluetooth, I can switch over to number 2 and hold that down until it starts blinking quickly, the white light there, and that means it's in pairing mode. At this point, I can go to something, say, like my phone or another laptop or another tablet or a Mac or a PC, and HubMouse Hub will come up in available devices. So what you'll do is you'll just click there. It'll ask you for a pairing request. And then with Bluetooth 5.0, it's very quickly connected. And now you can see that I've got a full mouse on my secondary device. So this is great. Now I can navigate through and I can do things on this device if I need to. And if I need to switch back over, all I have to do is turn the mouse over and go back to number 1 on the mouse, and that will take me back over to the tablet, which has the HubMouse hub in it, and I can switch back and forth from each device depending on what I want to do. So I can have up to 3 devices connected to this mouse and hub combination and allow me to go back and forth between different devices. So this is definitely very quick, seamless, and easy to use. So there you go. That's my review of the ProtoArc HubMouse. Now, it's a 2-in-1 device. You're going to get this nice, sleek mouse that has incredible battery life, and you're going to be able to hook up 3 different devices to this, and of course you get the hub that's embedded into the mouse as well. You can store it in the mouse when you're not using it, and when you are using it, it does expand a device like a tablet or a laptop that has limited ports to add a full-size USB, pass through charging it up to 60 watts,
and of course your HDMI out as well. This is a really nice product to have with its incredible battery life, the overall nice build design, and the fact that it does have a hub that comes with the mouse itself, making this a very travel-worthy companion, especially with devices that have limited ports. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.